God. So, hello everyone and welcome into yet another live stream. A very normal and standard live stream. So, it's a cooking stream. We are everyone's favorite. Let me just wash my hands before the cooking stream. Brilliant. So, yes, it is in fact. Today we'll be cooking a thingamabob. A couple of thingamabobs actually. I think we might be actually cooking more than one thingamabob in fact. Let me just make sure. Not gonna lie with you, not gonna lie to you, not gonna grill you. It is a bit of a test stream anyway. So I'm gonna real quick check. Test! 1, 2, 3! I don't think there is sound. That's the problem. Uh-oh. No wait, there might be sound. I'm just... Huh? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, we're experiencing technical difficulties already. That was quick. Give me a second. I need to fix something right up. There's no one watching so fast. That's good. If there ever was a time to have technical difficulties, it would be now. Oh, hi there, old mother. How are you doing? There we go. Okay, splendid. So, yeah, there is sound. There is sound. Beautiful. Okay, so today we'll be cooking a thingamabob, and let's get to it. I went out to the shops and I bought some stuff. And I mean, I suppose, hey, if we're living, might as well. Shit. This one actually ain't looking great. We could also, why not? This might as well. That could also work. You know what? Yeah. Also, we might as well actually. Yeah. Oh wait. Whoops. No, that makes sense. I forgot they did that. And then I guess I don't know. This could also make sense. And you know what? I think that'll be it for now. I think that's good enough. Anyway, so first things first, let me clean up the egg actually. Because I feel like that could be better if it's off. Anyway, hi there everyone, how's your day going? How are you all doing? How are you all doing? Okay, brilliant. How are your days going? Gimme. Right away, my goodness. Not even 5 minutes in. Already a mess. That is life though, that is life. I don't have any background music. Although most good cooking streams I imagine will have some proper background music, but this is awful. Horrendous already. Brilliant! Do you ever just commit to some kind of bit that you then later on regret? Me neither. Come here, egg. Absolute, that is ranks, that is. Shut up! I don't know if you can hear my fridge in the background, he's yelling at me. How's your day going? How's your day going, old mate? How's your day going, buff? What have you been doing? What have you been up to? Couple of rascals, you. What shenanigans have you all been performing? Okay, splendid. So, your side of the face shot. Yeah, I know. Happens. You can also see that in the videos. Hold on, let me first. Something. Okay. so and such. Not gonna lie, I've been bumming it. Been there, done that. Not gonna lie, this is a fair bit of a test stream. So things are a bit wacky. The sound will get better, not today. Switcheroo, if you will. That was a bait and switch. Also, a while back ago, I was cutting on this board and I kind of... Let's just say I've been too good at cutting a bit. So, you know, we have this kind of situation going on now. It used to be a board, now it's two boards. If anything, it's more economical that way. Ah, where's my knife? There it is. Nope, that's the wrong knife. That's the right knife. I love me this knife. Okay. I'm kind of cleaning out my fridge at this point. These are just all the random things I found in my fridge. It's back to being empty now. Isn't that something? There we are. Is audio bearable or is it like really bad? Because last time I was doing this kind of live stream, on this very channel in fact, it was... Well, let's just call it not ideal. It was a problem. This time I hope it will be better. Splendid. I never know when to stop peeling an onion. That's a genuine thing of mine. It's good, I think. Okay, I'm glad to hear them. The issue is that I live in such a middle of nowhere that I have my audio setup on my normal PC and I could just normally plug it into my laptop from which I'm streaming right now. The only thing I was missing is an audio adapter. So an adapter that on one side has jack with 2 rings, on the other side has jack with 3 rings. Because jack with 2 rings is microphone or audio on its own, you know, so either microphone and headphones, audio input or output. Jack with 3 rings is both at the same time. So all I needed is the simple adapter. And I've spent the entire morning, 4 hours looking for it, could not find one absolutely bloody anywhere. Hi the figure, how you doing? How's your day going? So this is what we're left with. Well, always could be worse. Ah, there we go. So I am also hungry. I'm genuinely quite hungry, so I'm killing like 3 horses with 1 carrot here, because on one hand I had to test out the stream, which I'm doing right now. On the other hand, I had to stream to hit that, you know, high number for the 9th of January. And on the third hand, I'm just genuinely hungry because I haven't eaten anything. Making, what are you making? I'm making a thingamabob. I'm so glad you asked. Oh, I'm sorry, I've already mistaken. I'm not making a thingamabob, I'm making a couple of thingamabobs. There we go. In case you want to make a thingamabob at home, that's simple. First step, go into your fridge, take out anything that is semi-edible at least. That's the first requirement. It has to be at least semi-edible. You can sometimes push it, but preferably at least semi-edible. Second requirement, well, we have to wait for that because I'm still on the first step. I'm still cutting everything that's semi-edible in my fridge. There we go. Okay, I should probably slow down. I'm genuinely hungry. I'm doing fine, but we are a sheep bed, a lamb of it. Wait, sorry, what? And it's really cold outside, and the lamb is not really getting accepted by the other sheep. I'm multitasking right now, and that is a heck of a message to multitask to. But we have the sheep bathe a lamb overnight, and it's really cold outside, and the lamb is not really getting accepted by the other sheep. Oh, that's upset. That's actually upsetting. Also, honestly, that took me by surprise, Figure, because you haven't been mentioning anything that would, like, prepare me for the situation in the past. I mean, eventually you should get accepted, right? Hi there, Remy. I'm driving to the postal service. Ooh, what for? Is postal service in Germany as good as postal service in every other country? Because normally they have a bit of a reputation. What am I doing? Why am I cutting an onion into a ball? You know, what are we all doing? I honestly have quite a lot of questions. Like, but the main one right now is, why am I cutting an onion into a ball when I can be cutting it into a pan already? We here at Make It Shitpost believe in LGBT pride, which is why we're getting a pan. I suppose it's a pot. Whatever. We also believe in weed accessibility. Okay. First things first. I am a bit of a... I'm a bit peckish. I'm a bit hungry. So we're gonna start with the veggie butter. Whatever it's called. I never remember what it's called. It's not called veggie butter because veggie butter is apparently a different thing, but... And yeah, I'm feeling a bit peckish, so I'm gonna utilize a lot of it. Buddy, either you go off the spoon or I'm throwing the spoon in with you. Confirm, make it pansexual. I am pan-accepting. Make it pansexual. Exactly. Let's chuck it as an 8. I am genuinely gonna leave the spoon in there for a second because then what's gonna be... Your battery is running low! Oh, that's bad. Hold on. I can't have the stream begin and right away have it bloody, you know, turn off because I forgot to charge the lap. Well, I didn't forget to charge it. I've been just fighting with my jack the entire day. And so it's been taxing on the little boy as well. I need a name for my laptop actually. No, I feel like I'm really missing one. I need to call them something. Hi, the Timon. Oh my goodness, the screen turned off for a second. I almost got a heart attack. Jeez. Come on, get off. Buddy, listen, I'm not kidding. Either you get off or I'm chucking you in with the onions. See, now it's a lot more visible because now we can cut the onions directly into a bottle. It's just easier. Then what to service is good. Hi, Timon, yeah. Cooking stream indeed. By the way, the thing I said about the double boards, that is not a joke. That is genuinely what the board is sliced in half. Recently I ripped my shirt open and just cut the board out. I'm just... Listen, I told you, the GigaChat Naked is just normal naked. Alright, that's enough. What are we cooking? I'm cooking a thingamabob. Once again, I got it wrong. I'm cooking thingamabobs. Jeez, it's the third time I got this wrong. Alright. Go in. Beautiful. Now, you'll be cooking good looking. I'm also gonna need a cover for my pot. I never know which covers are for what, because they all look so... There we go, that's the right one. Their sizes are just really misleading. Yeah. Why would someone do a TikTok edit of that? I don't know, but I wanna see it. I mean, I am not upset that someone did a TikTok edit of that. What I am upset is that I haven't seen it. That's what bothers me. Someone has to find that edit because honestly, I cannot even. I just want to see it for research purposes. Jeez, why are you so dull? Be a tad more interesting. Okay. There we are. Beautiful. absolutely beautiful. Honestly, considering how much more convenient this setup is in comparison to our last cooking stream, I might genuinely be doing more cooking streams now. The only problem I have is the cost. I cannot afford to cook every day using the ingredients that I'm gonna be using today, because vegetables are expensive when they're in this form. Where'd you get that information? Someone joined in on stream and they told me, but they did not provide a link because they couldn't be bothered to. Which just deepens the mystery even more. 5 hair my eyes. Alright. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The other pepper I had to throw away because it was moldy. Edit of what? Well, recently on stream, I don't know when was it, it was 2 days ago, 3 days ago, a week ago, I've completely lost track of time. I was stretching. And as I was stretching, I accidentally ripped my shirt. Which took me by surprise, not gonna lie. And apparently someone on TikTok made an edit of that. However, that is not confirmed. That is, it is rumored to have been as an edit on TikTok, but we have not been able to confirm that information quite yet. As I said, I can dry my hair and listen to the stream at the same time. Good for you! I can cook and listen to the stream at the same time. Hey, watch it. I'm watching you. A watch point. Oh wait, it's an 8. Well, that's why you're talking back. Here, have a 5. Jeez, chillax. Chillax, or I'm gonna make you chillax. Give me this. What? Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness, my hair is getting in the way so badly. Do I have some... I have tape. I can tape it. Be back in a bit, have to look after the lamb. That is completely understandable, Figure. Good for you. I won't show it, so we just have to imagine it. But I do, in fact, have a hairband right now, which I've made very swiftly, using, I will not say what, using random ingredients I've had lying on my electronics table. You know what's funny? I have a bag that I've had for years, a decade even, probably by now, a really long time, the point is. And that bag has fallen into disrepair on many occasions. And for some reason, every single time I fix it using electronic components. Or if they're components or not, that's up to you to decide. Because I have fixed it using a USB cable, using a different kind of a USB cable, and 3 times using a resistor. And I just don't know why every single time it breaks, the only thing I have had lying around that can actually fix it is an electronic component. It's just a fun little piece of trivia though. It is still somewhere in my flat. I would need to look for it to find it, but I could look after it. If you all were to need proof. Okay. Jeez, I keep snapping on the board. And it's just my board keeps falling apart. Gosh dang it. I'm genuinely quite a fair bit hungry. Because a good son never dies. It just reminds you of when. What's funny is that I don't even like peppers all that much. I just have them for some reason. I don't hate them, I just think the taste is very misleading. Because dried pepper, that's delicious. That's bloody delicious. But fresh pepper, horrible. To me, red peppers, or yellow pepper, whichever ones, the non-spicy ones, they are an opposite of a carrot, you know? Just like carrot tastes only good if it's raw, peppers taste only good if they're cooked. I'm still nibbling on them because, as I mentioned, I'm bloody famished, but, you know. Rib make it has no mouth and mouth scream. Shh. I'm just kidding. I love it so much. Let me send you a bag of paprika. I have some. I do have quite a lot. It's a spice. I would argue that spicy pepper is a spice that okay, I have this, which is almost empty. I have this, which is completely full, which is my backup. And I have this, which is a mega pack. And that's me running out right now. Yeah. When it comes to like dry spices, it is the spice I use most often, I would say. More often than salt. I probably have gone through more ground pepper than I have gone through salt. Because I don't really use salt. I don't like using salt. Okay, but are any of them from the economics or schedule reasons? Listen, Timon, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like expensive food, so one of the biggest red flags for me is when someone starts saying where something came from. Because like, keeping track of where things come from, that takes time, that takes effort, and I cannot afford that time or effort. It gives me the same vibe as like with wine, where people start saying, oh, that wine is from that year and that place, and I can't afford to know that sort of thing. When I want wine, I just get some grape juice and let it go bad. Don't do that, kids. Don't make wine like that. That's not a good way to make wine. Or I guess kids don't make wine at all. That's illegal for you. Adults don't make wine like that. That's a bad way to make wine. I left all the pepper in the middle of the board. That's gonna be so annoying. There we go. No, shucks. One little bit escaped. I don't think I'm getting away from me. Oh yeah, you keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. Beautiful. I'm torn between today's meal being vegetarian and vegan. Because that will all depend on whether I'm gonna use eggs or not. Let's use the maters second, because I like maters. Can I get a regional paprika? The cheapest in Hungary and is the best worldwide. Well, I buy the cheapest I can find. Gimme. You know, today we're going all out and we're cooking fancy because I got the maters with the green still on. That's how you know I've spent money on this stream today. That costs stuff. That is money. Is it well spent? I would say no. Well, for the entertainment value, I suppose. I need to throw it right in because I don't want to lose any of the juice. That's why I'm getting the window. So yeah, I'm gonna do chunks. I don't mind chunks. Tomatoes are the best vegetable anyway. Tied with potatoes. bit more without losing too much. Ah! We had some losses. That happens. Is it gonna be this though? No, it's gonna be a thingamabob. Thingamabobs, damn it! 5th time. There we go. We can do it like this, I suppose, as well. No, fine. Let's do it this way. There we go. I am honestly a fair bit baffled, considering how many people always enjoy the cooking streams, because there is absolutely nothing happening all stream. It is just me cooking, which, if anything, at least it isn't false advertising. The shrooms are gonna be annoying, but oh well. Alright. Oh yeah, that's a respectable amount of tomatoes. That's what I like to see. Now we can spice it up to not 8, 7. There we go. And now we can. Whose idea was to make handles out of metal? I don't know, but genius, absolutely genius. Whenever you're stirring something, you always want to imagine you're a witch that's making a devious concoction. That always helps. Make it cooking tip number 1. Oh damn it, my Windows is updating. It's like not gonna change anything, but it's gonna add more features, and I don't want them to add more features because I know what kind of features they want to add. I know what kind of man you are. Alright, now we have the shrooms. Because shrooms, I like shrooms. We could peel them, or we could not peel them. There's usually the 2 options, yes. And honestly, I'm not certain. Let me just do it quickly. I also got some limes because they, I don't know, I thought they could spice up the flavor nicely if done well. I honestly don't know anything. We're here to experiment, we're here to live. Right. So, we can either peel the shrooms like so, and now they are in fact peeled, or we can not peel them. But I feel wrong having a shroom and like, you know, not peeling it. That always felt wrong to me. Oh, yum! Theo told me to first put shrooms into a thin layer of water in a pan and boil for a few minutes before adding them. Huh, curious. I didn't know that. Alright. Oh jeez, they are delicious. Genuinely, one of my favorite vegetables. I'm saying one of, because I don't know if they would make it top 10. But I do like them a lot. I realized I was like moving them one at a time. Complete waste of time, absolutely. Alright. So what we could do is, I'm getting all of them because whichever ones I don't add to the thingamabobs, I'm just gonna eat raw because I'm hungry. Actually, hold on, let me check something. Do I have? I have that. That's gonna be tricky. Oh well. I don't know if we need a 7 if we're gonna take this much time. It is taking quite a lot of time. And we haven't even added the rest of the spices! Like and subscribe. I'm gonna get the corny bar, aren't I? Okay, I think what we can do is we can lower the heat, open the thing, and then make it. Yes! Oh, butter, what's up? Why no meat? Because it's expensive. In this economy, I went to the shops, I saw the prices of meat, and I decided that we're going vegan. I am starting a charity. I do not have that kind of money to just buy meat whenever I want to. That's for the posh elites. That's for people who can afford to turn on the heating in the winter. Although, to be fair, I have turned on the heating in the winter to a 3 out of, I think, 8. That's something. But yeah, if I was making thingamabobs and I was gonna add meat, I would have done it first. So that is an astute observation, yes. There we go. Alright. The thing is, on its own, I imagine. Vegan not because of sympathy for animals, but poverty. Exactly. You've got it spot on. I mean, listen, oh matter. I would eat animals just to absorb their vital essence, you know? I don't eat animals for the meat, I eat it for their souls. They empower me, they make me stronger. They keep my vitality. I'm actually an eldritch demon. But you knew that already, so I don't know what Jeez, whenever I cook anything, it gets hot. And that reminds me, and that like gives me contrast of how genuinely cold my bathroom is. Okay, this there. Oh damn it, my phone is buzzing. What do you need? Oh jeez. That actually could be something important. Hold on, let me check. No, it isn't anything important, brilliant. Alright, in that case, remember once again, which steering Adidas concoction. This actually looks pretty good and smells pretty good. This actually might be pretty good in the end. It might turn out to be pretty good. And so far it is vegan, which is comical. Everything in there so far is in fact vegan. Yeah, we could change it eventually. Alright, this, and this. What are we making here? Hi Leo, we're making thingamabobs. This is what we're making. Alright. Thingamabobbing, exactly. I would make thingamajig, but our budget isn't that high enough, unfortunately. Okay, beautiful, splendid. Ah, I genuinely really like mushrooms, but my goodness, is it a lot of effort for a very little vegetable. onion is solid, because onion you can just cut in like 2 minutes and you have a whole pot. Damn, is my actually stream gonna get taken down? I'm smoking pot. I'm hungry. I'm goddamn hungry. Okay, that's why I'm just. That's the why. Shut up. There we go. There's what fun. Thingamajig is what fancy restaurant what you do for things worth spending your hard money on. You're goddamn right, Buff. You are goddamn right. Buff, you've got a head on your shoulders. That's just finally someone reasonable. Oh, I don't know if you can see, but we're getting like a nice sauce because of the tomatoes combined with the oil thing that we added on the beginning. I don't know the terminology. I'm not a cook. Oh, it does actually smell really good, and once again we have not added any spices yet. There we go. Ah. Well then, everyone who hasn't answered yet, how is your day going? How are you doing? I already answered, I'm going to do it again. I'm Buffy. It's good to check up if you're still bubbling. Yeah, you mean margarine. I'm guessing there's butter and vegan. I think it's called margarine. I don't know. I don't look at the names. I look at the price. Only because butter is expensive. Damn right it is. The thing is like twice as cheap as butter. Butter prices are mental. Who has the money to buy butter? I just eat my bread dry at that point. Well, I put some water on it, you know. I'm not a monster. My day has been good so far, mate, except the part where I had to get screwed for writing my test answers on the wrong sheets. Oh, that's piss. That's awful. That is awful. That's going fine. So high school chores now. Do leaflets advertising physics, chemistry, and math teaching for middle school or high school students. Well, good for you then. Nice productive day. Okay, there we go. Do you all reckon that's enough shrooms, or should I do the rest? I've changed my mind. Oh, this one is... Nope, that's not a good shroom. That's the edible kind of shroom, not the edible kind of shroom. Dump it all in. Well, if I could dump it all in, I would. The problem is that I can't dump it all in. Instead, I need to pick each and every single one of them up, peel them, and then slowly put them in. It isn't quite dumping. It's more like very careful nitpicking. Which is why I'm just questioning if I should do all of it. You know what, I wouldn't mind adding spices right now, just for the sake of shiggles, if you will. That's something. How much spice pepper have we got? Of course, that much. What else do we have? And a little bit of this, because oh, sneezing. Do we have anything else? Not really. I have cinnamon, but I don't think I'm gonna add that. The ground pepper was in fact spicy, so I am expecting. Hi there, Theo. Cooking thingamabobs too. No, I'm making thingamabobs. This actually, you know what? Let's not be greedy. Let's leave it here. There we go. Now, here's the pickle. My pickle jar is empty. I couldn't help it. Well, here's a lemon. Alright, so the issue we're gonna have is that this on its own is not gonna be thingamabobs. This is to be thingamabobbed, if you will. It's not thingamabobbed yet. It is actually pre-thingamabobbed. The proper terminology is. If you're not cooking, then you are obviously, you know, if there's someone who knows a lot about proper cooking, like they do at restaurants, then you will obviously instantly know what pre-thingamabobbed means. But for those who don't know, you will see. Basically, what we need is, first of all, fold our cutting board, because we do have that functionality, we live in the future. I don't know when they invented folding phones, but I just invented a foldable cutting board. Well, invented, kind of on accident, I sort of just made it. Right. I have an idea, I have a plan, and we're gonna see how it goes. Not gonna lie, it has been inspired by Theo, which is a problem because I really would have preferred to not have Theo here for it. Because I'll be brutally honest, I don't want to see Theo's reaction to the plan, the scheme, the plot. Are you planning a thingamabob on your thingamabob? Yeah. I'm going to thingamabobify the thingamabob I do not perceive. Good. That's good. Because, not gonna lie, this part of the thingamabobs I have made literally hundreds of times. This part I have not. This is the first time. And also another thing that should be mentioned, thingamabobs are my invention. And by that I mean, I have never in my entire life looked up a recipe for anything, or looked up anything food related. I always just sort of, you know, vibe do it. I vibe cook, basically. So this is going to be fun. I like your thingamabob. Well, thank you, Olin. Thank you. Cheers. I'm glad you like it. Oh, actually, we need only one glass. That's going to be absolutely fine. One glass will be enough. I'm also not working on a video right now in the background, and that is significantly, actually, putting a significant negative pressure on my mental health, because I am really, really fucking behind on them. Cheers. One. Do I want to do 2 or do I want to do 3? I want to do 4 actually. Yeah, I want to do 4. I might even want to add some milk. It is no longer vegan. It is now vegetarian. Because vegan is too expensive for me. Vegetarian is like right in the perfect middle, where actually it not being vegetarian makes it more expensive than it being vegetarian for me. Because in order to stop it from being vegetarian, to add meat and, like, you know. And yet you know what the lecho is. There we go. True vibe cooks don't know absolutely fucking anything. That's right, I'm turning ignorance into what, I forgot the word. Do you think 4 will be enough? I really want it to be not a runny, but like close. I think 4 might be enough. No. I looked at it in the right way and realized 4 is not going to be enough. Not for my purpose. Look at this egg! What the fuck? Look at it. It looks normal, but then I twist it. It has a flat edge. That's a mental egg. I'm sorry, can we not... Look at this egg. See the shape of this egg. Look at that egg. That is a... Hold on, I need an egg for reference. Here's what an egg is supposed to look like. And here's this one. Look at the shape. That is a mental... You see how flat it is on one side? That is a mental egg shape. It's flat. It has a flat side. I'm leaving that in. I'm not using that up. I'm keeping it. Comical, absolutely hilarious. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the whites. I imagine I can just drink them in one gulp. You know what? It's actually really upsetting. We don't have the donation link for the charity set up quite yet. It's gonna be set up either tomorrow or in 2 days. Possibly at last in 3. Because if we had it right now, I could just say... if someone donates like... You know what? We can do it on promises. How much are you all willing to offer to the charity in order for me to chug this whole glass of egg whites in one big gulp? No spices, no nothing. I'm taking offers. How much? $20. Good start, good start. Can anyone beat $20? Because I don't know if $20 is gonna do it for me. I'll be honest. I wanna see what 20 rupees? No, I don't know. After I get a job in 4 years, no. Leo, $20 in 4 years isn't gonna do it. I can chug a glass of raw egg whites. Don't chug raw egg yolk. I'm not gonna chug raw egg yolk. That's gonna stay here. I'm gonna chug egg whites. Which, as we all know, that's the delicious part. You know what? I can actually crack in one egg in there, just to make this a little bit more yummy. There we go. I bid one whole jar of mayo. How big? What's that? Look at that. $100 for salmonella. Well, I mean, you know, it's a charity. That's something. Has to come for something, right? Oh, the texture is like... that is indescribable. You just simply cannot imagine what it feels. This is... wow. Wow, that is... It is genuinely hard to describe what this feels like. My brain cannot figure out if it's a powder or a liquid. I don't like this. Genuinely, is the best offer. Someone call up Quasar, because Quasar's gonna be ready to just... Quasar is fun. $20 in 4 years is not something I'm gonna do. No. We need a genuine reasonable offer here. Quasar! Listen, Quasar, here's the deal. I have a... oh, damn it, you've picked a bloody tongue. I have a glass full of egg white and a single egg yolk for aesthetic reasons. And the question is simple. How much are you willing to offer to the charity once the donation link exists in order for me to chug the whole thing in one big gulp? $20 now, throw in a bag of chips. Oh, that's something. Well, I'm not, I don't know what that is. How much are you willing to offer? 200! Oh, mate. Hold on. Is that a real offer? Are you really willing $200? Is it really $200 for the gulp of the whole thing? Send me don't link doesn't exist yet. It's gonna exist in a couple of days, but I do trust your word. Alright, hold on. That's disgusting. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh. That was right. There we go. Funny enough, that isn't actually the worst thing I've drunk. Not even close. I don't think it would even make top 10. See, waste not, want not. We don't waste food on Make It cooking streams. Alright. That's something. No, this is still way too dry. So, $200. What a glorp noise. Did the camera I was really hoping camera would have got that, because that's honestly... The consistency of a raw egg is... Well, I don't mean to be picky, but I would say leaves a bit to be desired. What do you mean? Make it salmonella. I'm not gonna get salmonella. Don't worry. No! Look at that, I may have more whites to drink. This looks better than drugs. Cheers. I have a strong immune system. It's been trained over years. Alright. I mean, salmonella, but you know, $200 is $200. Okay. A while back ago, someone asked me, make it. What is the most make it thing you've ever done? And back then I was upset, because I couldn't really name all that many things. But now, starting the charity, ripping my shirt on accident, drinking a whole ass glass of egg whites for $200 for charity. Now I'm living. Honestly, after that I'm no longer hungry. Definitely more needing force, that is true. I will say, I don't like when people backseat me, but when you're right, you're right. Ah, come on. But the problem is that it needs a little bit of splash of water, I would say. Or even better, a splash of olive oil. I do not have olive oil, however. So we're gonna have to make do with what we've got. I have egg whites. So that's something. Oh, it tastes awful. Can't you sell the thingamabob? That's gonna be in the future part of the fundraiser. If someone donates $2,000 to charity, I'm gonna cook them thingamabobs. Myself. I'm honestly so skeptical because I doesn't feel like this is gonna work. Also, I don't have anything to press it with. Or do I? Wait, do I? I might. No. No, I don't know what things are in this apartment. Just almost know them on mine with the landlords. Ah! Oh, no way! No! No way! Oh, we are golden! Now all I need is a flat surface. That's gonna be a tad more tricky to find than you would think, because my cutting boards are sort of split in half. Oh my goodness, yes! Yes! Oh, we are in such goddamn business. Doing it on a plate is pretty dumb, but use the flat egg. The flat egg honestly was quite hilarious to me. It was just funny. Oh, don't squeal at me. I said no. Honestly, you're making it you're making it weird, if anything. Oh no, because the camera is at an odd angle and I don't know what kind of angle this. There we go. There. This feels like a little bit more of a reasonable angle. There you are. I'm genuinely not hungry now. You know what, like, how many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, well I checked one, so that's 8. I suppose 8 eggs, 8 raw eggs can do that to a person. Well, just the whites, it was only yolk from one egg. Yeah. Okay. It's gonna stick if I add more, unless I add more flour, but I really don't want to add more flour to this. That's a lot of egg. Well, that's a lot of money. I don't know what to tell. I am so glad you're here, Quasar. There we go. Oh, this is easier to use my hands, honestly. Yeah, it's sticking way too much, but the only way for me to make it unstick is going to make it less usable later when I want to make the thingamabobs. And this right now is way too thick. I don't have any fancy things. Like, what can I use that would flatten it? I can use the boards. Actually, hold on, I have an idea. Let's split it up into pieces. Like this. 2. How many thingamabobs should we make? Someone give me a number. How many thingamabobs are we making? Huh? Come on, give me a number. Quick. We don't have much time. Time is of the essence. How many thingamabobs? 69. Hi there, Remco. How are you doing? 6. We're gonna do 6. Because first of all, Quasar was first, and second of all, Quasar's paying $200 to charity. So, feels only fair. We're doing 6 then. Dividing it into 6 pieces is gonna be a bit of a challenge, but... well... we'll manage. That's gonna be 5. And that's gonna be... 6 actually might be pushing a bit. No, maybe not. One. Chimkin this weekend. Oh, indeed, I am looking forward to that. Let me just say. Can you squish it with your fold cutting board? Ping pong? Yes, that is actually exactly what I was planning on doing. You do have a head and shoulders, good for you. Reminded that an anvil would have help for flattening. That is true. My cooking anvil. My cooking anvil would have made this easier. Yeah? Chimkin this weekend. Considering what I eat on a daily basis, considering that a glass of egg doesn't faze me, I worry that I may not be able to appreciate the KFC. And as we all know, KFC stands for Korean Fried Chicken. There, we have 6 balls of various sizes and shapes. They're not really balls. But... okay, this is good. How about that? Hope you all don't mind too much of a hum, because we need this bit of a hum going in the background. I'm gonna pick up these balls. Balls are a crucial part of making a thingamabob. You want to make sure that your balls are... you want to make sure you have nice big balls. Because you need some pretty big balls to make a thingamabob, let me tell you that. Now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it one ball at a time. Because I am skeptical of how this is gonna work. Oh jeez, no, I don't have enough weight in me. We're gonna snap this again. I swear, if we snap this again, that's gonna be quite the... I'm jumping on it with one hand. That's not even hard. Yeah, no, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. We need some better technology. That's a bit better, so I can even it out. Alright, that's something. We're reaching an almost desirable. I should have really put flour there, honestly. That would have made it a fair bit easier. Yeah, but so many fun whiskies after Sylvester. Ooh! Should we go on another whiskey hunt, actually? C in the charity stands for CBT. It's honestly took me half a second to figure it. I mean, jeez, what a painful image. I mean, you know, some people pay for that. Come on. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. Yes, good. There we go. Now this way. Oh my goodness. The eggs are getting to me. Could really go for a nap. Cognitive behavior therapy, exactly. Okay. This feels good. I have no idea how it's gonna work, because as I mentioned, I've never done this before. This is my first time actually making thingamabobs like that. I imagine actually I can use a plate. Oh, I didn't put the plate away. Where can I put this? Oh no, I didn't put the plate away, it's right there. Okay, so it's going right there. Beautiful. Now you are a much bigger ball, so you're going to be... I do have the cooking skill of a half the basic, I do have to say. I am just simply that good at what I do. It's genuinely easy for me to do it this way. There we go. It may be taking a little bit more time per area, but it's a lot more consistent than just squashing it the other way. Okay, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Just pick it up, flip it, and do it again. As you make it cooking, it's the first time I've seen you make it cooking. Hi there, Rob, how are you doing? What can I say? I am just that good at it. Oh wait, hold on, this isn't working well. This is working so much better. My hands did not appreciate that at all, and I still have 4 more balls to go through. What is that red? Is that blood? No, that's just a piece of pepper. Easily confused, we've all been there. We've all been to those kinds of parties. You missed the part where make it risk sound vanilla for money. Not the first time. Hey, it was money for charity, alright? Who am I to say no? To be fair, I was the one who asked for it, but yeah. Maybe it's trying to hold the powers that the entire table won't break into atoms. I already told you, how do you think the board broke? Okay, the second one is much bigger, which I like. Well, not much, but it's still bigger. The thinness is vague, and not really all that easily measurable. So let me just put them a bit more like that, just to make sure that they don't stick together. And then this is almost done, that's good. There we are. If you want, if you all want, and I mean it, alright, this is a genuine offer, we could do weekly cooking streams. Only if you stop risking salmonella. Sacrifices must be made. Timon, this is real deal. This is the real deal. We're cooking. We're cooking here. Cooking is not for the weak. Listen, do you realize in order to cook thingamabobs, a crucial step of the process is punching full force a plank of wood. My head don't bust your knuckles, brother. Once again, sacrifices must be made. You need to think of it like a dark ritual, alright? Price must be paid. I might be having a stroke, give me a second. The price must be paid in blood. That is just simply how it works. Cooking weekly strongly, yeah, that's tempting. That is tempting. Make is punching the board. I'm making the thingamabobs. Oh, this is good. This is really, really good. Alright. So we got this. Besides, we're so worried about salmonella, I can just drink like a cup of boiling water. That usually kills it off. That was the first week, the rolling pin is right there. Theo, you're a genius. Hold on. The board started sliding off the table. Don't crane! No, don't crane emoji me. Don't crane emoji me. Oh my goodness, this is exhausting. Whoa, how do you all... Theo, is this how you got so swole? Just by cooking? You all should see Theo, honestly. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's honestly incredible. I wonder if I could tenderize the meat with my bare fists. I've never tried it. But it may be cocky of me. But I feel like I could do something. There we go. Okay, knock it off and flip it. Alright, flip again, and then just flatten it. This one is the best one, honestly. I'm getting better at it. That's good. That's good because we still have 2 to go. Wish me luck now. I'll go to night, but I have to carry on into this new stable and Mother has to follow me. I believe in you. I believe in your powers of persuasion. You can do it. Let's do 2 at the same time. Oh no, I almost squished them. We would have done 5 thingamabobs instead of 6. I feel bad. I feel bad for the dough. I don't know. Some people pay for it, you know, Leo? You better remember. Oh my goodness, this is not for the weak. The only problem is I'm doing it on the thing, on the induction plate, and I probably shouldn't because I could damage it. The reason I do it is because I want it to be visible when I do it. I suppose I could use the roller actually. Oh, it doesn't work. It feels like that tool was almost invented for such a purpose. That is incredible. That is so much easier. My goodness. That is already done. That was so much easier. Wow. Who would have thunked? Who would have thunked that this would be so easy? Yeah, it's done. Beautiful. Alright, splendid. So now we have our thingamabob and the bobs to be thingamabob. The thingamabob. I may be having a stroke. There's a piece of dough stuck on your hand, right? Which one? Oh, I mean these. Yeah, that happens. Don't worry, that's part of cooking. Part of life. Alright. We have things to be bobbed. No, we have bobs to be thinged, and we have the thing that goes into the bob. Now let me just... why do I feel like I have a concussion? I haven't been hitting it with my head, I've been hitting it with my hands. Oh, Emmy, you missed out on so much. Left one? Oh yeah, there is. Well, once again, the price of cooking, you know? I genuinely am not hungry. I also have a cooking. How many things does this about have? Right. You can pick up now. You can turn off. Splendid. And now I'm gonna, like, in my head it makes sense. I don't know if it's gonna make sense in real life as well though. As I mentioned, I've never bobbed the thing. Alright. See ya, Quasar. Please make it, don't die. Don't worry, I'm not gonna die for only $200. You're gonna have to offer me a lot more than that. I think we might have overdone the thing and underdone the bobs. You know, now that I look at it. Jeez, that's so much. Alright, let's pour some back in. If it's one thing it's another, I swear. Oh, it tastes delicious though. It does taste delicious. That's still too much, damn. You just don't want to be thinged, do you? To be fair, I don't think I would want to be thinged. Shut up! By the way, when I normally stream and I yell shut up, this is one of the culprits. The other one is my oven, yet another one is my microwave, and yet another one is my dishwasher. They all just are very vocal. I just genuinely don't know if it can be thinged. Do I need to close it off with another bob? I don't want to close it off with another bob. Hold on, let's wait a minute here. Let's not panic. Let's carefully consider the situation. I've done origami in the past, I can nail this. Or I could just jam it in and close it by force. That is boiling hot, by the way. I know my voice doesn't reflect that fact, but I would just like to point out that it is in fact boiling hot in my hands. It is, ow, youch. I do have the ability to stay calm under pressure, and often severe pain, disgust, etc. But I would like to mention once again, this is in fact boiling hot. It is scalding. It is getting kind of hard to come up with something clever to say, considering how absolutely all I can focus on is the scorching pain coursing all across my, and honestly it's quite difficult to fold it as well, considering how all I'm focusing on is just this absolute hot piece of a bob in my, ow, thank you very much. Alright, now if you give me a second, I would very much like to run my hands in the cold water for no particular reason. Ow, alright, I'm back. Ooh. Look at this, look at this bob. Look at this bob. That's a bob if I've ever seen one. You can join in my bobbly fans. That was a joke worth of the I regret having said. Fine, I'll take the corny bar back. Goop indeed. Well, that's the thing. That's the bob. That's the bob to be thinged. Damn it, I popped a hole in it. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. Actually, this one is quite long, but a bit thinner, so we could use that fact. And we could use that fact by stretching it out even more. There we go. You might also want to do something else while the bob feeling cools down. No, I'm just gonna do it. I've went through the first one, all the other ones should be colder. Marginally, but still. Once again, I am quite resilient by now to that fact, and so I think I can handle it. Oh my goodness, that is... Oh wow! Oh, well that's smarts. Oh gee whiz! Zooey mama, that is quite spicy. Well, that's one. Well, that's quite warm, in fact. Oh wow. Huh. That is, you know what, let me reconsider for a second, because this isn't closing down. It's tempting to just dip in and hold up, but I know that even I wouldn't be able to survive that. I got a whole bunch of hair in my mouth. Hold on, let me reapply the thing. Okay. Let me rethink this. How are we gonna slice the... as I mentioned, I've never made thingamabobs before. I made the thing, I haven't made the bobs. This is my first time practicing with the bobs. So I need to come up with a creative solution to this completely unpredictable problem that no one could have predicted would happen. Of my inability to close the bob. To bob the thing, if you will. Because the thing needs to be bobbed, otherwise it's just things and bobs. And no one wants things and bobs. Who's a good bob? Maybe losing my mind. I wonder if those eggs were safe eggs, they won't make it drunk. For the sake of retaining my YouTube streaming privileges, let's say yes. Do you think I would buy unsafe eggs? Anyway, let's bob the thing. Oh my gee, oh, that is still really hot. Would you believe it? I wasn't gonna put my hand in there and just scoop it out, but I just reacted on instinct, to be purely honest with you, and my default was just to disregard. It's warm. It was boiling just half a minute ago. My mind is blank. Once again, the overwhelming sensation of pain is all I can think of. So would I close this? I feel like I could close it like this, maybe. Can I close the bob? Look at that bob! Look at that bob! Oh, you've been bobbed, bud. Oh, no, don't unravel. No, stay close. How do I close you? Permanently, ideally. Is it sufficiently bobbed? I would say so. Oh, that sound, yeah, I mean, you would have to pay extra to get that sound. Oh my goodness, delicious. We're not only making food here, we're making memories. You could never forget. You could just wait until it's cold. Time it, come on, I don't need to wait till it's cold. Oh my goodness, that is quite a soup, my gee whiz. Oh, the mushrooms, I could have added more of them, I just remembered. Wow. A chill just went down. Isn't it quite ironic that the chill went down my spine? Isn't that... Right. Okay, I think it passed. Now I can get back to bobbing. Oh my goodness, those sounds are getting to me. For free, that's incredible. Make it only Bob's page one. Oh my goodness, you are vocal. You are one talkative Bob. Mickey has no survival instinct whatsoever. You know that reflex that people have when they touch something hot and then they're like instinctively, you know, like instantly without thinking, their hand just moves back. Yeah, I just don't have that. I just touch something hot and I'm like, this is spicy. I should probably move my hand back. I have no subconscious whatsoever. I only have the conscious. Yeah, jeez, I know what I have to do. I need to dip my hand in there again because it's the rule of threes. Give me a second. Okay. Right. It's a rule of threes. Unless I do it for the third time, it's not going to be funny. Just give me a second. I'm not immune to pain. I still feel it. It's really painful. I'm stalling. Yeah, I'm stalling. I have dumb conscious. That's funny. You know what? I'm not even gonna corny Barry for that one. That was just funny. Have criminals ever thought of just asking me politely for my stuff? Guns to my forehead is not good manners. That is genuinely my reaction to danger. Once again, I don't have a subconscious. So I know I shouldn't dip my hand in there because it's like even at this point I can still feel the heat. So I know that I shouldn't dip my hand in there, right? I'm aware of that fact. Oh wow! Ooh, no, I hate that. That is awful. That is no. There is still some space left. I just feel like this bob could be half empty. You know what? Let's just close it in with a little bit of filling. Let's just do it a slightly thinned bob. I'm not trying to I'm not just arguing because I don't want to dip my hand in there. I'm just saying. Once again, buddy, that sound. Oh, jeez. Oh, you couldn't pay me an amount. Wow. Yeah, no, I hear ya. Have anything left to say? Oh, a lot. Okay, well, that's quite an opinion. Alright, too controversial. I'm putting it away. Okay. Only 2 more bobs to think. Okay, rule of threes. We've done it 3 times, so the 4th one isn't funny anymore. Ah, oh, jeez. Already have a cold. Well, Timon, if you want to heat up, do I have a solution for you? Timon, if you're cold, do I have a meal you could prepare? Okay. As I mentioned, rule of threes, it's not gonna be funny if I do it for the 4th time. So we're gonna just pull it out of the ladle like a normal person this time. Ah. Oh. It's still in my hand. I sometimes forgot that matter transfers heat. Okay, this amount is not that bad. Boy, was I wrong. Okay. Right. Let me just throw a little bit of away because otherwise I won't be able to bob the thing. How are you all enjoying the stream so far, by the way? On a scale from 1 to 10 where 1 is a stream where Make It forgot to turn on his microphone, and 10 is a stream where Make It is almost electrocuted for the funsies. How high does this rank? Become antimatter, like, damn, I think antimatter still would transfer heat. Actually, I suppose, thermodynamics. Huh, curious question. I mean, thermodynamics is concerned with the movement of particles, not the type. Matter transfers heat, all matter transfers hotness, damn right. 2 rights for a left there. I just imagine the image of all that. I can't bring it up on screens because look at my hands. So I can't bring up that image on screen, you have to imagine it. Sorry again about physics. No, actually I genuinely am myself not quite certain how heat would work with antimatter. My educated guess, semi-educated guess would be that it would work in the same way because thermodynamics is more concerned with particles, but I genuinely cannot give a solid answer on that. I myself don't know. Nine, 10, I'm very happy. No, I'm not that bad in cooking. What do you mean that bad? Buddy, listen. It's about the destination, not the journey, Leo. Okay? Wait till we taste the bobs and then make your judgment. Oh wait, no, I'm cooking, that's another thing. Oh, hold on, for a second I thought I was doing something different. Right. Let's flip that bad bob over. Okay. I'll make it, that's a different job, don't, yeah. Alright. Last bob to thing. I forgot! Wow! Why is this my instinct? Why is my instinct to just like dip into the hot stuff? You see, I could just reach for a low-hanging fruit here and I could just say, ask your mom. But I'm not going to, because that's a low-hanging fruit kind of a joke. And we are here about more high-class sort of comedy, so we know. Everything becomes so slippery. That is true, but that's why, and that's a genuine tip. It's semi-obvious, but only if you think about it. Genuine tip is to have dish soap. Not normal soap, only dish soap on hand when cooking. And just wash your hands with dish soap. It just instantly fixes up the oil problem, because normal water ain't gonna do it. So just a little bit of dish soap. And then instantly your hands are clean. And not oily anymore. That's my cooking tip number 2. Dish soap. Just put it right here because I have it. There we go. Make it win marriage charity stream. You're gonna need to pay me extra for that. Welcome back, Almater. What's looking good cooking? That is genuinely so much more funny to me than it should be. Alright. So now we've got the thingamabobs. The only problem is that they are raw. And so the question becomes, how do we cook them? I'm so glad you asked. First, let's make some space. Actually, maybe the other way. Oh, who puts metal handles on a thing that's supposed to get hot? Ah, my hands. My hands are not having a good day. Jeez, goodness gracious me. They are not having a good day. Okay. We have the bobs thinged. These are in fact thinged bobs. Now how are we gonna cook them? That's a good question. And I have a plan. Just give me a second. Allow me a second to prepare. Okay, I am back. It did not take long to prepare. Because here's the thing. Okay, it might take a bit longer because I can't find the object I'm looking for. Never mind, found it. This is my coin. It's a very special coin because it's a coin I've had for a really long time. And it is actually the only coin I've had for a really long time, and that's because this coin is actually really useful to me. The reason why it's useful is because it simplifies the decision-making process regardless of what that decision-making process is. So the way I see it, there are only two ways with my equipment to cook these thingamabobs, and those are frying or boiling. So frying, boiling. Simple as it could be. Wait, I already forgot which one was frying, which one was boiling actually. Hold on. Frying, boiling, gotcha. Boiling is heads. It is, we're gonna boil them. That's by the way, if any one of you, the stove is still hot. Right, if any one of you wants to, see, by the way, remember what I said about like not having a subconscious? I honestly am gonna change my answer because having a dumb conscious is way more funnier. Not having a subconscious, basically, normally when people would touch this, they would instantly move their hand back, but I didn't. I just held my finger on it because instincts just don't exist in my body. I don't have that kind of budget. Oh, we might need to fry it anyway. We might need to fry it anyway, because I only have one piece of equipment left, and it's a pan. So I don't think we can boil it. I could put both water and oil into it, but something in my head says that may not be a good idea. This is the last piece of equipment we have. Steam them? Mate, in what? I have an electric kettle, and that's kind of it. I can hold on over the steam that's going off the electric kettle, but why did you cut the cutting board on accident? Genuinely, I didn't do it as a bit. I genuinely did that on accident. I would steam them. Boiling could open them up again. I don't have equipment to steam them. I'm gonna fry them. Listen, to everyone who wants to make a suggestion, this is the container in which we need to cook them, because the only other alternative is a bowl, and I don't want to cook them in a bowl. You could go Guernica and steam them in a pan so you get crispy at the bottom and steam at the top. Pan is steaming environment. You literally have a pan there. How do you I don't know how to steam stuff. Did I mentioned that on the okay, to be fair, I mentioned that on the beginning of the stream. You all might not have been there. I don't look up recipes or anything cooking related. Everything I know about cooking I have learned just through experimentations or accidental knowledge. Those are the only two sources of information I have for cooking. It's either stuff I learned myself or stuff I learned from people who just talk about cooking, like Theo, for example. That is it. I have no other like cooking knowledge. Oh, shut up. There, good boy. And this, and let's do, and actually, that is tempting to go for an 8. Let's do 7 for now. Let's play it safe. You can steam them by putting some small heat, sensitive thing at the bottom of the pan, and a plate with dumplings on top and water in the pan. But the plate is gonna crack. I know, because I've already cracked the plate using heat. This guy is so hopeless, I'm so done. Jeez. Look at the food elitist over there. Where is my cover for the... Oh yeah, right, I used this cover, I forgot. Because I didn't have a cover for this. Add a swig of liquid and create a closed environment. I did that. I did both of those steps actually. I did not see the comment. Hopelessly hopeful. Honestly, you are all such gatekeepers. Gatekeepers, and where is my thing? You know what? I did buy something today that could be useful, which is, hold on, let me just unpack it. I did buy something. packaging. Right, there are mainly 3 things I bought. First we have the first one, then the second one, and the third one. I got some knives. Wait, why that? No, wait, no, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna help. My plan is... Haha! Yes. Where are you guys right now? I'm in a sheep pen. So am I. It's just a really weird looking sheep pen. Okay, I can smell how hot this is. And all of these bobs have bobbed together. Oh, who could have foreseen this? Who could have ever foreseen them being so sticky? I'm just gonna put it in my bare hands. What am I doing? What am I doing with this piece of utility? Just give me a bob and pop it in. Give me a bob. Give me, no, bad bob. Bad bob. And pop the bob in. Give me a bob. And pop the bob in. Give me a bob. That was really hot actually. I got a little bit of oil right on my hand, on my finger. Pop it in, and last bob. Pop the bob in, like this. And definitely lower the heat if we're gonna do it this way. That heat is gonna ruin them. Let's chop it out like a 4. There we go. I can smell how hot it is. I don't know how to put it to you, Leo. I just could smell how hot it is. I could just smell it. It's only been an hour and a half. Boy, does time pass when you're having fun. I'm gonna let the bobs thing. And in the meantime, I'm gonna use the stand to clean up. I still have the egg, by the way. It's the egg, trademark pending, which is the dumbest looking egg in existence. This egg just doesn't make sense. Look how flat that edge is. Such a flat edge for an egg. That's such a... What a silly egg! Alright. My fridge is basically empty by now. I have some limes. I could make a drink with limes and egg white. Waste not, want not. I don't want another swig of egg white, it's disgusting. I'll go get real food, be right back. Not my fault you're all jealous. I know what happens. I know what the deal is. You are all jealous, and that's fine. Listen, that's all fine. You don't need to resort to hate. I understand that feelings can be confusing, but it's fine. Not everyone has the incredible cooking ability of mine. Aspirin, because they want me to cook more aspirin. Okay, in that case I would say Emmy may have better cooking skills than me, because I've never cooked aspirin. I've cooked thingamabobs, never cooked aspirin. Cooking stream when we make amphetamine would go hard. I'm gonna... still hot. Nah, don't pick it up! I'm gonna eat a bit of this. Because I'm feeling a bit bloated after the egg. This is a plural very much. Oh, this is delicious, my goodness. Mmm. Mmm. Holy shit, this is good. Peak cooking stream. Absolutely brilliant cooking stream. Good job. You know what? I'm gonna pat myself in the back. I would say this cooking stream was even better than the last one. Easily the best. Soviet moms are proud of you. What is that supposed to mean? I need some kind of... You'll do. Oh, you might not do actually. Oh, you might do. Oh yeah, I can feel the heat. Spirited by the vibe of haunted. Listen, you are all haters, and so no matter what I would do, it would never be good enough for the likes of you. I go out of my way. I cook something delicious, with heart, alright? I risk salmonella. I burn myself multiple times. I spend effort. I basically blood from the pounding. And what do I get? I get nothing for it. But such is the thankless world that we live in. People would rather go out of their way to hate on things just because they don't understand them. Make it. How much for drinking the oil clean? You cannot afford it, Leo. You cannot afford it. I will say it right away. You cannot. There is a price. You cannot afford it. I don't think Quasar could afford that price. It would depend on the amount, but it would be high. I'm not ashamed to admit that there is a price. Good job, Figure. That's great. Brilliant. Quasar wouldn't be able to afford it, no. I feel like I could chug about the same amount as there is egg in this glass right now. That amount of oil, but you would need to add at least 1 0 at the end. There's no way I'm doing it for $200. $2,000. Yeah, I feel like for $2,000 we could have a conversation. For $200 we could have a conversation, certainly. Make it, yep. What's up? You fell for the thing, I can't believe this. Last offer. No. Give me $2,500 and we'll have a conversation. I don't have that kind of money. Well, that's not my problem. If you don't have that kind of money, I don't have that kind of oil in me. Listen, I don't know what to tell you. It's a simple deal. That's why I said that I feel like even Quasar could struggle. If I had that kind of money, why would I be here? Obviously to spend it to watch me drink oil. Duh. If I had that kind of money, I wouldn't need to drink oil. Alright, let me try to flip them. Although it is gonna be a fair bit tricky. Oh, consider the bobs to be thinged. My goodness. I am so genuinely curious as to what they will taste like, because I just cannot imagine. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe for this right now. Listen, if you actually gather with the GoFundMe, I would respect it. GoFundMe to make it to drink some oil. Looks yummy. It actually looks genuinely much better than I expected. I did expect it to look way worse. I am a bit skeptical of what it will taste like because I don't trust it. But the feeling, the thing tastes really good. So, worst case scenario, this sucks, but this is still a success. I suppose I'm about to find out. See ya, Diamond. Bye. See ya. Have a good one. This live stream is not for the weak of will. What can I say? Listen, if you want to succeed in life, you gotta chug the eggs. When life gives you lemon, you eat the lemon. I would ask how much for me to eat the lemon, but let's be honest, that doesn't even raise an eyebrow at this point. I would take a bite out of this. I would take a bite out of this for a kunai knife and a bag of chips. Like this doesn't even... That's the problem, I've set the standard too high, didn't I? Because normally people would pay money for people to eat a lemon, right? That's something. Paper kunai works. Not really, more like this sort of thing. When life gives you bobs, you think that is true. Damn right. 2 rights for the left. Yes. When life gives you bobs, this is really hot. I should stop holding it if it's really hot. Make it. What in the actual genuine... No, not ready. They still have some... they still have some bobbing to be found. Ah. Could you bob a thing though? Good, now bob that thing. I genuinely don't know why I brought out the limes. I don't know what my idea was, because the limes just don't fit. I guess I'm just gonna eat one. I'm hungry. I don't want to, my instinct is that I don't want to do it for free, but I feel like $200 is enough. I'm gonna keep the limes for the next cooking stream, where I need to actually, genuinely, that could be hilarious. We could do weekly fundraising streams for the charity, where in each one we're gonna have a bit of a business proposition. I'll get you a lime if you eat that lime. Infinite lime generator. Oh, I'm feeling so like weak after those eggs. You know that feeling you get when you can like physically feel your body digesting something and you just get weaker and you feel exhausted? How are the bobs? No. A little bit more. I feel like at this point we can just turn it off and you can just let them chill on their own heat. There we go. What's the charity for? Have you not been keeping up with the naked news? Ping pong polius? I would expect such from the likes of Remco. Even dumber than it sounds. You should probably get to a hospital, genuinely. No, it shouldn't be that easy to get salmonella. Not in this day and age. No. In this day and age, like, salmonella isn't common in no products. Get out the shops. Besides, to be completely frank with y'all, a while back ago I went through a portion of my life which, let's just call it, was challenging, at which I was chugging raw eggs at certain times when I had to. I'm skipping a bit of a story, doesn't matter, it's irrelevant. Also another thing, which probably bears mentioning, I kind of sort of don't really have health insurance, so the idea of going to a hospital is a bit icky. Anyway, let's see the bobs. Ooh. They actually smell much better than I expected. Slide right off, yeah, that's okay. Let me get a plate. Or maybe a bowl might be better. I don't know, I've never eaten a thingamabob. Come on. Here we go. Well, there we have it. That's the bob that we have thunged. There it is. The thunged bob. And a knife. Let's eat to see how the bob thungs. That's how the cookie crumbles and that's how the bob is thunged. That's actually genuinely not as bad as I expected looking wise. What about tasting wise? Don't pick it up when it's hot. Ow! Shouldn't dry it of oil and waste oil, Leo, in this economy. Unbelievable. Once again, you gotta stop thinking this way about cooking, Leo, about what you should or shouldn't do. Do whatever you feel like. There is no should or shouldn't. There is what you want and don't want. And I genuinely want to eat them. That is good. Not gonna lie. The bobs suck. They're not good. The bobs aren't good, but they're not ruining it. They just don't add anything. If I had to choose between eating this or between eating this, I would eat this one, but that's because simply the bobs are just meh. They're whatever. I think what I need to do next time I'm making thingamabobs is when I'm making the bobs, I need to add spices into the bobs. Yeah, I need to add spices into the bobs. Yeah, I genuinely think that the thing is better than the thingamabobs I made. Like, genuinely. The bobs need spices. If these bobs had spices, this would be better than that. But this I rate 8 out of 10. This I rate 6 out of 10. Because it just has more bob. The bob ain't good. The bob isn't spiced. It tastes like egg. It could be also because I'm sick of fucking eggs. That could be why. But it tastes like egg. The bobs, the thingamabobs, taste like the egged thing. And I'm sick of eggs. If they had more spices in the bobs themselves, this would be much better. But yeah, so good. I'm still gonna eat it. Yeah. On a scale from there we go. On a scale from raw egg to garlic soup I had in 2014, I would rate it a 6. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the stream. Oh, hold on, where will I be next week? Today is, what day is it today? What day is it today? It's the 5th, but what day is the 5th? The 5th is Monday. That means Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's the 12th. The next cooking stream will probably happen in 9 days, not a week, because charity. We'll be doing charity. What is a 1 your scale at? 1? 1 is egg. That's what 1 is. 1 is egg. They weren't good. I probably couldn't rank something that's worse than egg, but I've only have egg on my mind. I don't want to eat egg again. I'm sick of egg. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Oh, actually, wait, what do I find? Before I go on, there's something. Because there's a lot of thing juice that just didn't get it into the bob. Oh! Mmm. Mm-hmm. 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 Now it's a 7. That's a 7 now. You said it wasn't the top 10 worst things you've drunk. That is true, but like, it's easier for me to be mad at something I drank right now than at something I drank like half a year ago. There were some worse things. I know for a fact what the worst thing I've ever drank was, but I've drank it like a decade and a half ago. Or what, decade ago? I don't know, something like that. Over a decade. The worst thing I've ever drunk was a water bottle filled with 2 packets of citric acid. It was so sour. It was so sour it didn't taste sour. It just tasted spicy and bitter. That was the worst thing I've ever drank. That was the worst thing I've ever tasted. In comparison to that, everything is a 10. I could take a bite out of this lemon and it would taste sweet in comparison. Anyway, I have a video to make, so unfortunately we need to cut it here. But the point is, I would consider thingamabobs to be a success. They're good. The thing, definitely, thingamabobs slightly less so. And that's because I didn't add spices into the bobs themselves. If I added the spices into the bobs themselves and nobody think, it would be much better. But for now, that'll be it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye!